Hello and welcome to my tutorial series on how to make a zombies map. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make your very own power switch. That way you have to turn on the power before you can buy the perks and the pack-a-punch. This is most likely going to be the hardest tutorial I've done so far. It's easy to follow along, but there's a lot to it because we're going to be building it from scratch. But once you do build it, you'll then have it as a prefab and you won't have to build it ever again. So let's go up to File, New Map. We're then going to right-click, go to Model. Go to Miss Model, and then we're going to go into our desktop, our Call of Duty root folder, our raw folder, and then X model right here. Open that up, and we're going to look for zombie underscore power underscore lever, and that's going to be the lever. There's also a short version if you would like that, but I'm just going to go with the big version. And here you go. You now have a lever. So depending on what angle you're in, we'll go to top down. You want to make sure that it's completely lined up in the center of the map, like so. Change it, make sure it's completely lined up on the floor, like so. Go by the blue thing. This should be on the centered in the floor, centered this way at the beginning. Then all we're going to do is we're going to go to the side view, hit 2 on our keyboard. 1 on our keyboard, and we're going to move it 3 blocks to the right. That way it's kind of behind. So you can move it 1, 2, 3. If you did it correctly from the top down view, the back of the thing or the back of the X will be this square. This square right here will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the Z. If you did it correctly. That way when we put it in, it lines up perfectly with the walls and won't give you any issues and you won't have to tweak it. You just throw it up against the wall. So you're done with that. So escape. Next, what we're going to do, we're going to hit 4 on our keyboard. We're going to add in the lever. So right click, go to script model. It must be a script model because we're giving it a script. So make sure you do that. It's going to be zombie underscore power underscore lever underscore handle. And hit open. And then on our, we're going to rotate it on the x-axis once. And then do it until it's that position. Sometimes my mouse is a little iffy. Then what we're going to do is we're going to scroll in, zoom in, and we're going to line it up with the bolts. So line it up here, change the grid to 1, zoom in, pull it down, and if you would like to, you can hit the tilde to make it even more perfect. That looks about good to me. Go back to the 4, and then you're going to hit N on the keyboard, give it a target name. So the target name is going to be target name, and it's going to be called power underscore switch. Enter. There we go. Now what we're going to do is add in a script struct. So right click, go to script struct, like so. This is going to spawn kind of in the middle. You want to first is line it up. So change the grid again. Line it up so it's centered, pretty much as centered as possible. For example, the top of the script struct will be right underneath these little things. And then what you want to do is just move it 1 bolt, 1 block, 1 whole block and about a half block from the handle. So if you zoom in, it'll be like that far, as you can see here. Just hit 1 on the keyboard. And there you go. We're going to give this a target name of power underscore switch underscore FX. This is going to be when you activate it, it throws some sparks. And if you line it up like this, it should be perfect. If not, you can always tweak it, but that should be fine. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to add in a trigger. So go from the front view like so, hit 4 on your keyboard, right click, trigger use. We're going to change it to 2, and we're going to drag it out. It should be 32 wide. Line it up with the lights here. It should be 34 high. Change the view, and it should be 24 thick, like so. Like that. And then just center it on the outside of it, because it might be on the centered line. Just center it on the outside of the actual model. So from the model, 24 out, and you can kind of just see a little bit of that. Hit S on the keyboard, hit fit, hit done. Not going to explain what that is, and then just rotate on the Z-axis. That way, it just reads. Oh, don't do it as many times as I did. There we go. It would read trig, and then just make sure that it didn't move its position, which it didn't. So there we go. And then hit N on the keyboard, And we're just going to give this a target name, use underscore power underscore switch. Close out of that. And then just go up to textures, usage, tools, find the clip, go to the top down menu, and then just clip the, oh, that was not right. Clip the model, the back of the model. That way you can't walk through it. Go to the top, go to the bottom, and you guys are done. You just built a power switch. A power switch. You just built your very own power switch. So hit Control S. I'm going to save mine in Call of Duty World at War, map source, underscore prefabs, put it in the folder with the perks and stuff, and then just call it power underscore switch. Hit enter. You can then open up your map. If it says copy selection, don't do that. So open up your map, and there we go. We can now right click, change to 4, right click, go to Miss Prefab, where you saved it, your power switch, and guess what guys, you have your very own power switch that will line up perfectly with the wall, as long as you followed my directions. And then just line it up on the ground, and there you go. It's a power switch, guys. So hit Control S, compile the level, and I will see you in the game. Alright, so here we are inside of our game. There's the power switch. And oh no, the power's out.
Power's out. Let's get turned back on. Hoorah.
Okay, gladly, sir. I'll turn the power on right here. And as you can see, the bolts kind of line up kind of close enough. You can tweak it if you would like to, but from the distance, it looks perfect. And then we can go up to here, buy the perk, buy the other perk, buy the other perk, buy the other perk, and now we can pack a bunch because the power's on. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button. Be sure to check out the playlist and also head on over to bit.ly/zomwiki to learn all the scripting stuff that we did for this. And if you guys would like to, click the support button on my YouTube channel and send me some love. I would really appreciate it, and I will love you forever. I will see you guys in the next tutorial.